The Archer by Paulo Coelho. Introduction. The Archer by Paulo Coelho is a short, philosophical novel that uses archery as a metaphor for life's journey and personal growth. The story begins in a small village where a young boy seeks out Tetsuya, a master archer who has retired to live as a humble carpenter. Challenged by a stranger to demonstrate his legendary skills, Tetsuya agrees and uses this opportunity to impart wisdom about archery and life to the curious boy who accompanies them. Through Tetsuya's teachings, Coelho explores themes such as focus, discipline, perseverance, and the importance of balancing technical skill with spiritual alignment. Chapter 1. The Bow. In the first chapter, Tetsuya introduces the bow as a powerful symbol of life itself. He emphasizes that the bow is not just a tool for shooting arrows, it represents the balance of joy and sorrow that we experience throughout our lives. Tetsuya explains that the bow must be treated with respect and care, as it is an extension of the archer's own arm. This connection highlights the importance of nurturing our skills and talents. He further elaborates on maintaining the bow's flexibility. When not in use, it should be unstrung to preserve its strength and resilience. This idea parallels our needs for rest and self-care in life. Just as the bow requires periods of relaxation to remain effective, we too must take time to recharge in order to face life challenges. Tetsuya also discusses the importance of balance. A well-crafted bow must be perfectly balanced, not too rigid and not too flexible. This balance is essential for achieving accuracy in shooting, and it serves as a metaphor for how we should strive for balance in our own lives, managing our emotions and responsibilities effectively. Chapter 2. The Arrow. In this chapter, Tetsuya shifts his focus to the arrow, which he describes as a representation of our intentions and actions. He explains that once an arrow is released, it follows its own path, much like how our actions can lead to unforeseen consequences. Tetsuya emphasizes that concentration is crucial when preparing to shoot an arrow. An archer must be fully present and focused. When we act with intention, we are more likely to achieve our desired outcomes. Once the arrow is released, it becomes independent, and the archer must accept its flight path. This teaches us about acceptance. We must learn to embrace the outcomes of our choices, whether they lead to success or failure. Chapter 3. The Target. In this chapter, Tetsuya discusses the target as a vital component of archery, emphasizing its significance in giving meaning to the arrow's flight. The target symbolizes our goals and aspirations in life. Without a clear target, an arrow has no purpose or direction. Tetsuya stresses that we are responsible for choosing our own targets. This personal responsibility is crucial. We must set meaningful goals. Clarity is another key theme in this chapter. A clear target allows for better aim, just as having well-defined goals helps us focus our efforts effectively. Moreover, Tetsuya notes that different targets may require different approaches. This adaptability is essential for success. By learning to adjust our methods based on the targets we pursue, we become more adept at navigating life's complexities. Chapter 4. The Posture. In this chapter, Tetsuya talks about how important it is to have the right posture when shooting an arrow. He explains that the way an archer stands is crucial for making a good shot. The archer's balanced position helps him stay steady and flexible. Tetsuya compares this to how we handle challenges in life. Just like a strong stance helps an archer aim better, having a balanced approach in our lives allows us to face difficulties more effectively. Chapter 5. How to hold the arrow. Here, Tetsuya explains how to hold an arrow properly. He says that the arrow should be held gently between the thumb and index finger, treating it with care. This careful grip ensures that the arrow is positioned correctly on the bow for a good shot. Tetsuya uses this lesson to show that we should treat our tools and resources with respect. Just as holding an arrow incorrectly can lead to a bad shot, mishandling our resources in life can lead to missed opportunities. By being mindful and respectful in how we use what we have, we can achieve better results in everything we do. Chapter 6. How to draw the bow. In this chapter, Tetsuya describes how to draw the bowstring back. He emphasizes that this action should be smooth and controlled. The archer needs to breathe deeply and focus entirely on drawing the bow. This moment of concentration connects the archer to the bow and their surroundings. Tetsuya highlights that being fully present in what we do is very important. When we focus completely on our tasks, we not only perform better but also feel more connected to what we're doing. Chapter 7. The Moment of Release. Tetsuya talks about the moment when the arrow is released as a key point in archery. He explains that there are two kinds of shots, one made with skill but without feeling, and another made with both skill and passion. The best shots happen when the archer's intention matches perfectly with the release of the arrow. This chapter teaches us about making important decisions in life. Tetsuya suggests that when our actions align with our true intentions, we create moments of harmony and understanding. Chapter 8. Repetition. In this chapter, Tetsuya emphasizes how vital practice is for becoming a great archer. Tetsuya uses this idea to highlight the importance of persistence in life. Mastery in any area doesn't come from occasional effort, it comes from consistent practice over time. This applies not just to physical skills but also to personal growth and learning. Chapter 9. The Archer's Allies. In this chapter, Tetsuya talks about the importance of having allies on your journey. They can be other archers, teachers, or even competitors. These people help you learn and grow. Tetsuya shares a story about how he once struggled with a particular shooting technique. He was frustrated and ready to give up. But then, he met an older archer who showed him a different way to approach the problem. This encounter changed everything for Tetsuya. He emphasizes that we shouldn't be afraid to ask for help or learn from others. Tetsuya encourages the boy to be open to learning from everyone around him, not just formal teachers. The master archer also points out that nature can be an ally too. By observing the wind, the trees, and even the behavior of animals, an archer can gain valuable insights. Chapter 10. The Archer's Intent. This chapter focuses on the importance of having a clear intention when shooting an arrow. Tetsuya explains that before an archer even picks up the bow, they must know exactly what they want to achieve. He tells a story about a time when he was asked to shoot an apple off someone's head. At first, Tetsuya refused, thinking it was too dangerous. But then he realized that his fear was clouding his intent. Once he cleared his mind and focused solely on hitting the apple, he was able to make the shot perfectly. Tetsuya uses this to show how important it is to have a clear mind and purpose in life. He says that many people fail not because they lack skill, but because they're unsure of what they really want. When we have a clear goal, we can focus all our energy on achieving it. The master archer also talks about the difference between wanting something and being ready for it. He explains that true intent comes when you're prepared to accept both success and failure. This readiness gives you the courage to take action. Chapter 11. Adapting to the target. In this chapter, Tetsuya discusses the need to be flexible and adapt to different situations. He explains that no two targets are exactly the same, so an archer must be ready to adjust their technique. He shares an experience of participating in an archery contest where the targets were constantly moving. Many archers failed because they couldn't adapt to this new challenge. Tetsuya succeeded because he was willing to change his usual approach. Tetsuya uses this lesson to talk about life's unpredictability. He says that we often face unexpected challenges, and our ability to adapt is crucial for success. The master archer also points out that adapting doesn't mean changing who you are. Instead, it's about using your skills in new ways to meet different challenges. He compares it to water, which can take the shape of any container without losing its essence. Chapter 12. The Archer's Intuition. This chapter is all about developing and trusting your instincts. Tetsuya explains that after years of practice, an archer develops a kind of sixth sense about shooting. This intuition helps them make split-second decisions that can mean the difference between hitting or missing the target. He tells a story about a time when he was in a forest and sensed danger. Without thinking, he drew his bow and shot an arrow into a bush. It turned out there was a poisonous snake hiding there, and his intuitive action saved his life. Tetsuya uses this to show how intuition can guide us in life. He explains that our subconscious mind often picks up on things our conscious mind misses. By learning to trust these gut feelings, we can make better decisions and avoid potential dangers. Chapter 13. The Universal Laws. In this final chapter, Tetsuya brings together all the lessons he's shared. The principles he's taught: respect, intention, practice, adaptability, and intuition apply to everything we do. Whether you're an archer, a farmer, a teacher, or anything else, following these principles can lead to mastery and fulfillment. The master archer also talks about the importance of passing on knowledge. He tells the boy that one day, it will be his turn to teach others. He should do so with humility and respect, remembering that he too was once a beginner. As the chapter ends, Tetsuya hands his bow to the boy, symbolically passing on the responsibility of carrying forward these teachings. The boy feels the weight of the bow and realizes that his own journey is just beginning. Conclusion. As the archer concludes, Tetsuya encourages the boy to view every experience as an opportunity for growth and to approach life with focus, intention, and respect. By allowing the boy to hold his bow, Tetsuya symbolizes the passing of wisdom from one generation to the next. Ultimately, Coelho inspires us to pursue our goals with passion and purpose.